Hi everyone, it's Mary Jo. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you everyone who's been subscribing and watching. I want to take the time, as I do before every video, to tell you I am so grateful for you, for being with me, to help me to grow, for sharing and tweeting, the readings that you're booking, everything that you're doing to help my channel to grow. I truly hope these readings give you the help, the guidance, and the peace that you seek in your life. And if they don't always give you what they want, may they give you what you need. This reading I'm doing is for our full moon in Sagittarius at 29.5 degrees on June 20th, 2016. This is the fourth full moon of the 3 months, and when that occurs, we do have the blue moon. Even though it wasn't actually tinted blue last month in May, if you remember. That was at 1 degree, Sagittarius. It was the beginning, all right? New possibilities. This is at the end, the critical degree of 29.5 degrees. So we're looking at this full moon in Sagittarius, which rules the higher mind and philosophy, foreign lands, foreign people, foreign cultures. Look at what's happening in the world, okay? We're looking to raise our vibration, our knowledge, forget the ignorance. All right, return to this innocence that we're all one. And that's what Sagittarius is aiming for, the truth. That arrow is straight and seeking the truth about everything. New paradigms, new truths, not old beliefs, old ways of thinking that are critically crippling all of humanity and the earth. So on a lighter note, as an individual, with this being a general reading, we are going to look at what the Sagittarius new moon, which is that fire element, what this is helping us with. So what your body needs. This is my wild wisdom of the fairy oracle. Now we have the card Beauty and the Beast, number 31. Now 3 and 1 is 4, it's completion. The card talks about unconditional love. And what a beautiful thing. And as I was just saying, with the way everything is in the world, if we had unconditional love for everything, all manner of species and energy on the earth, how amazing this existence would be. And we look for the beauty in everyone. It's so quick to see someone as ugly or mean or hurtful or angry, you know, and the way that they treat you, or beautiful and kind, you know, but most of us look for the beast in everyone. We look at and acknowledge all the misery in everyone or that's around us. How about looking at everyone and everything around us, even if you aren't vocal, but observing everyone and everything as the beautiful soul that they are in essence. And I know it's difficult for us many times. People try us, and that's all part of our learning. But with this, it's saying our body needs unconditional love, so does everyone. People need to treat each other as equals, even in families when parents play favorites with children or grandchildren or other relatives. It's so hurtful, so painful. We want to love everyone individually, unconditionally, and believe me, they task us. Many people, even you probably task others. But it's saying that's what your body needs. You need for everyone to love you unconditionally, for who you are, for all of your flaws, your faults, your beauty, and your wondrous essence that maybe we don't really see in this realm, but in the unseen. We notice everyone for the purity that they are. So for this time, it's saying this completion that we need. Start even with yourself, okay? If it's not easy for you to do with anyone else, why don't you show yourself unconditional love? Your body needs that. Looking at your body, I'm fat, or I'm skinny, or I'm wrinkly, or I'm too light, I'm too dark, I hate my hair color, I hate my eye color, my lips are too thin. You know, why not looking at yourself start with unconditional love? Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. It's not always easy to do. It may take you many, many, many times to do it successfully, that you can actually look at yourself in the eyes without looking away and saying, I love you. Many of you may even be teary-eyed or crying because that's how deeply emotional it is. Look to your higher self, and say that you're doing a great job. You are beautiful. This vessel I chose is serving me for whatever it is. I love you. And say your name. Start with the self. To love yourself first fully. What a gift to teach your children and other loved ones. To love yourself. And I'm not saying being selfish, being self-centered, centering yourself with unconditional love of your body that it is in this physical form, your mind, your heart, and your soul that it is in the spiritual form. And next we have what your mind should focus on. And this card says, once was innocent. Knowledge means change. I love when this happens. Spirit just points right onto the elements. And when I shuffled, I didn't cut the cards. They said, don't. Just trust and take each card. And I said, really? And I did. And they're right. Well, of course, they're always right. I love that. So we have 28. 2 and 8 is 10. So 1 with the 0 makes it exponentially greater. So this is also a beginning for us. And once was innocent. So it's like going back to the beginning. A time of innocence. And you know what? There's no ignorance there. When ignorance is actually a word that describes not knowing. Knowledge is a word that describes, of course, knowing, knowledge, knowing. And that's what we need right now. Return to innocence. Let go of the ignorance. Start to learn. Start to grow in this time of Sagittarius. Learn about other cultures, other religions, other ideologies, other theologies. How do you know that they're not right? How do you know that they're not the truth? The world has jaded us all and crippled us mentally to hate, to judge. Let's just observe with innocent eyes like a child, loving and fearless, of course being intelligent and making good choices or the best choices. But let's get more knowledge with this Sagittarian full moon, okay? And with that, we'll bring the clarity we need to make the changes in our lives, to see the higher beings, the higher self, the higher energies that are all part of us, the magic that's within us that we can use in our lives every day. And this behind her could be a full moon. You know, we have this purple here. To me, that is definitely psychic energy. She's dressed all in purple. So it is talking about going to that mental realm, opening up that crown chakra and welcoming in all that arcane knowledge of the Akashic records into our lives to make the best choices and to grow exponentially ourselves. Now, what does your soul need? What is it looking for? Very nice. This card is Solace, returning to nature, tree wisdom, natural remedies, and flower essences. And this is number 2. So we have here 2. Okay, so 2 is progressing from the 1 energy here. 2 is partnering, expanding on the idea. So taking this idea and expanding on it. So let's say maybe a lot of you, your soul is needing this alone time, solace. Okay, you're needing time alone in nature. Get under a tree, around a tree, sit under a tree, just let yourself fall asleep. Trees are magical portals into other realms. And the realm within yourself that you have not remembered, that you've forgotten. They open up the portal, which is your mind, your higher mind, your heart, okay, in this vessel. Yes, natural remedies, all for that. Holism, holistic, homeopathy, flower essences, all the things and cures for every dis-ease in this beautiful Gaia are in the flowers and the trees. And it's time to return to innocence, be in nature. If you're not all about the woods and the forest, maybe you're into the beach, the sand. You know, maybe you're totally into just being in botanical gardens or in your vegetable garden, or maybe you just like to be in a breezy area on the mountaintops. It doesn't matter. You know what your solace is. You know what your conduit is that brings you that solace, that peace. And right now, your soul needs that. Your soul is looking to culminate that peace time. So it's time maybe to meditate outside by the water, in nature, in the mountains, to regain your energy, recharge yourself. Pray. If you go to churches, do that. Go to church and pray if that's what you like to do. but do what you feel is going to help ground you. And then we have the Grail Fairy as what your heart desires. And it says fertility, the return of life, health, and life cycles. Number 25. And 2 and 5 is 7, so that's magical, mystical. And I love here we have the full moon. It fits perfectly. A lot of purple here. So we know this is psychic, intuitive energy that we're bringing into our lives and that we need in our lives. And the Grail Fairy talks about that holy grail, that image of whatever it is that we feel is the holy grail in our lives. Now, of course, each of you have something different there. It's whatever your heart desires. Maybe it's a true love, a dream mate, or maybe it's the divorce from the person you're with, or maybe it's a car, a house. Could be the dream job, your body healed and whole again. Maybe you want to lose weight. You know, whatever the Holy Grail means to you, this card is saying that's your true heart's desires, and it's perfect, perfect. Because on this 29 degree of Sag, we're culminating this critical degree. I know we don't do rituals on the full moon to plant seeds, but because it is Sag, I think that you need to go back and repeat all the things that you were wishing for on your new moon at this time when it's culminating and critical, and really put that fire into it. Light some candles, be it a bonfire, incense, whatever it is to bring your energy up and take it into spirit, because it's saying your heart is looking for that fulfillment. You truly want this. And fertility is meaning some of you want to get pregnant, and this is a good time then for you to conceive and be successful. For some of you, you're looking for things to grow, be fertile. Your finances, your health, your relationship with self, your relationship with others. You see what I'm saying? Take this into your own life. But it is a return of life for you, and health, and the cycles of life. Just as the moon goes through phases and cycles, so do we. So with this reading at this full moon, I do hope that it does bring a completion and culmination of something you've been wanting and desiring into your life that you've planted seeds for. And if it has not appeared yet, have hope, have faith. Give it the time it needs to make manifest. Well, thank you for viewing and sharing and watching. I appreciate everyone. I do hope that you have a beautiful full moon. And thank you always. I wish you the best.